welcome to today's video. I want to go ahead and cover some of the things that I covered in the last video, which was the changes at MEPS with the MHS Genesis. I'll give you an update on how those changes have affected our day-to-day routine when it comes to work, and also answer some of the questions, or I guess some of the comments that were in the last video. It feels like a lot of people aren't quite grasping what MHS Genesis does, so I want to go ahead and cover that as well in this video. So MHS Genesis, what that does is turn your physical record, your paper copy of your medical record into an electronic form. So most service members, all service members, have a medical jacket, which is this right here, and they are labeled according to the last of the social security numbers. That's why they're different colors. But in general, inside of this record, it has all of your paper copies that the doctor writes your prescription, any of your encounters from seeing a doctor, from getting surgeries, things is like runny nose. All of those notes should be inside of your medical record. And there's one for medical and there's one for dental. So what MHS Genesis is supposed to do is turn your physical paper copies of your record into a electronic version. So MHS Genesis is trying to capture what it can from the civilian sector, from the civilian side, as you are processing, bring that into the military, and then continue it throughout your military career until you get out or until you retire. Military is just now adopting it to expedite and to update electronic records and electronic system, trying to catch up with the civilian side when it comes to less paper trail and more on the electronic side. Because as you know, a lot of people say all no's on the pre-screen, and they have ADHD, they've had asthma, they've had broken bones, previous surgeries, and they'll still say no and lie to it. And if there's no way for the doctor to visually see that any of this has happened, or there's no way for the doctor to tell that they have had any previous history of medical encounters, then the military would just have to go off of what the applicant told during that pre-screen portion. And your record would start from there, and then you would start building and adding records to that one. So now it's a continuation. That's what MHS Genesis is supposed to do, and MHS Genesis has been doing. So the way this has affected us at MEPS throughout the last week that we started it, because today is March 20th, so it's literally been 1 week since we started MHS Genesis. Throughout all the entire MEPS, it has overwhelmed all of us. It is a brand new system, and it has, I would say it has done its job as far as grabbing as much information as it can. As we all know, it's not going to be 100%. And it's also going to miss some things. There's going to be things that the applicant says yes to, and Genesis just can't find that information depending on where and what that encounter was, what the medication was, what the doctor's note was. Because if they're not uploading into an electronic system wherever you get seen at, Genesis may not be able to find that information. And if you mark yes to it, the doctor will ask for that additional document. So that has been one of the issues. I would also say if you have processed in MEPS previously and you did your physical before March 10th and everything is still in a paper record, everything is still non-electronic, making all of that stuff electronic is and has been, and it seems to be, quite an issue, just because the way that we're having to upload an entire pre-screen, full physical, and additional documents. But overall, I would say MHS Genesis has done its job on helping us, helping the applicant, and helping out the services. So MHS Genesis has been a toll on all of the MEPS. So I guess I should link it down below. If you are looking for a job that's not in the military, if you click down below in the description box, there's gonna be usajobs.com, and that website is where MEPS opens up all of the applications if you want to work for MEPS. With this program coming out, it has opened up a lot of positions, people quitting, retiring, and there's a lot of new opportunities that may be in your area or around your area at the MEPS, because there are a lot of MEPS hiring. When I go into work, there's between 1 to 4 positions almost daily that are opening up, that are becoming available. So if you want to be an HRA down in processing, want to help out in testing, help out in medical, and not be in the military but work at a government GS position, that may be something or maybe an option for you. Just go to usajobs.com. This is not sponsored at all. It is just trying to give another option when it comes to picking out a job. And if the military, if the service is not for you, then maybe staying a civilian but working in a government service might be a position for you. So with that being said, hope that answers some of your questions. Let me look real quick and make sure there wasn't anything in the comment section that I missed. Does Genesis run at MEPS pre-screen or when you arrive at MEPS? So Genesis runs, majority of Genesis runs at pre-screen because we're having to create your Genesis profile, grab as much information as we can. We also upload the pre-screen into there. That's how the docs view it. Also, I get this a lot. It is a lot of you commenting, which, I mean, it's your medical history. I don't ask for you to comment this stuff down below, but this is a comment here. I've taken ADHD meds from elementary until the end of 8th grade, but I have been off of them since about 6 years now. Can this be self-disqualifying? So when it comes to anything medical-wise, I don't ask you to put those down in the comment section. That's your personal information. That's your private information. If you do, I mean, some people may have that same thing that they're going through, but for these comments, I can't say yes or no when it comes to it being disqualifying. Services in general have different qualifications, and that those qualifications can change from day to day depending on what numbers they need to fill, what jobs they need to fill, what people that they're looking for. There's a lot of factors that go into each service making someone qualified or disqualified. At MEPS, we have a baseline when it comes to HIV, when it comes to drugs, when it comes to vision, when it comes to hearing, and then we have the pre-screen portion, yes or no's, and that is a baseline which is between every single MEPS, that they have that same standard of care, the same standard across the board. Now, what we have to worry about is whenever someone comes in with ADHD medications, when they come in with asthma, when they come in with previous history of broken bones or some type of medical issue that they've had in the past. That is going to be service related majority of the time on if the service wants to waive that and overlook that, saying we understand you have this problem, we understand this is something you have been through, and we still accept you into the military, as in the Navy, the Army, the Marines, Coast Guard, or sorry, this is a disqualifying factor, we do not want this in our branch of service. Which if that does happen, it doesn't technically mean that you're at the end of the road. Just go to another branch. As long as you have physical and they know what they're getting into, all they have to do is just ask that service at that time, hey, this person is already physical, this is their disqualifying conditions, can we take them, or are we going to say no? And that is a case by case. It honestly depends on the service, the day, and what the service needs, what they're looking for, and what one person can be disqualified for one day, the service can qualify it the next day for a whole different person. We have no control of that. We just do the screening, we provide to the service, the liaisons provide it to their actual branch of service that say, hey, this is the person, this is what they are disqualified for, and the service either comes back with a waiver approved or a waiver disapproved. Hope that answers some of your questions. Hope that gives you an update on how Genesis has been for us. Overall, it has been good. It has been working for everyone as a whole. It has slowed down processing, so if you are in the mix of processing, trying to get through MEPS, you may see that it's taking you a little bit longer to get to MEPS just because there's a lot of parts and pieces that's new to everyone, and just be patient and just keep on trying if that's something that you're interested in. Hope this answered your questions. Leave any other questions that you have down in the comment section below. I do answer questions or make videos like this of the questions that you guys ask. And yeah, I guess that's gonna be it for today's video. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace. Oh, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. There's a lot of you guys that are watching these videos. I need you guys to subscribe. If I see that subscriber number going up, makes me more interested in making these videos for you, answering questions, topics, and it helps out a lot of people that are in your same position.